No. Better. Alright. Okay, jazz. Donna Lee, Charlie Parker. So what I have up today is some tab, a little bit of a Parker solo, which I just played quick in the intro, not exact, you know. But I wanted to go over this. I think this is a good example of, I touched on in some other videos of playing changes, using arpeggios, fragments, and licks, you know, kind of altering licks. You collect these lines and then think of good ways to alter them. And so let's take Donna Lee. Parker, let's go back, starting at the top, A flat. Just, you know, A pent, A major pent with the swing kind of. This is a great idea. Just an F7. An F dominant 7 arpeggio where he goes from the A down to the C, a little interval jump. And then throws in the nines, the flat 9 and the sharp 9. This is a really common, however you voice it, you could. But see that run, the F sharp to G sharp, the flat 9 and sharp 9 on the F. And then you play the E flat, the flat 7 of F. That's how that pulls you into the B flat. That's a real common device off of F. Now on the B flat, he goes into A. That's the arpeggio with the 9 on top. It's a common Parker lick. It's in the head too, this line. It's just going up the arpeggio to the 9, the B flat 9 arpeggio, and then back down to the 6, the G, and resolving to the F. You know, a good lick to memorize, just to throw over dominant chords. You can do a passing tone there. So A flat, F with the tensions. So again, see, he's not thinking scales really at all, so much so. I mean, that's the F is based on, you know, a fragment of the chord with, you know, keeping in mind where those tensions are, so you can. And then on the B flat, he's playing the arpeggio with a couple of tensions stuck in there. All right, now we come to the B flat minor. Again, arpeggio with the 9. So it's, you know, just memorizing that arpeggio and then a few scale tones around it. On the E flat, this is a bebop lick. It's very common. Starting on that outlines the E, B flat, A flat, G. There's the flat 9 of the E. Again, that flat 9 to E, and then the flat 7 of E walks right down to the 3rd of A flat. So, and on the A flat, he's just playing notes from the scale. We go to the 4 chord, D flat, he outlines that's pretty much just sticking with major pen. When it goes to the minor, he outlines that he gets the note that makes it minor, the E, and then resolves it to the E flat, which is the chord tone of A flat. Alright, now we have on F7. What he's doing here, he's breaking up the F7 into a 2/5. So he's thinking a little bit of C minor, 2 beats of C, and 2 beats of F. So you get, notice that could be this right here. Kind of think of it as this would fit, you know, 4-beat 2/5. Because you're starting on the flat third of the C, and then walking down to the flat third of, the major third of the F. And then you're going up on the F, we're going up the diminished, which I covered last video. And then when you get to that tension, F sharp, the flat 9, it's going to resolve nicely into the F, which is the 5 of B flat. So we're always headed towards chord tones. So this is going to B flat. We have a C minor to F7. So we stick this. Now when he gets to the B flat, he repeats this lick again. So he chills out for a measure on the B flat 7. Now, before we get back to the A flat, we have a 2/5 in A flat. B flat minor to E flat 7. And on that, he's going up a B flat 9. This is a very common arpeggio. You go up a B flat minor 7, and then on the top you have the 9. And then that 9 drops down a half step and becomes the sharp 5 of E flat. So you can take that arpeggio, and all you gotta do is drop 1 fret there and connect that to the E flat augmented. So he all he plays is the sharp 5 and goes back in between the E flat and the sharp 5. So he keeps it, and then boom, back on the A flat. So then he goes down the A flat scale, chromatic approach so now he's taking the F7 and breaking it up into a 2 of C minor, 2 of F7, 2/5. So you get, that's the same lick. And the same lick on the B flat as well. Now we're heading into relative minor. So now we got the G minor 7 flat 5 to C7. And here, but what's cool is, at the end of the measure, he gets the E in there. He switches it to the E is in there to outline because we're in a 2/5, G minor 7 flat 5 to C7, which pulls to the F. So now you could, that's also F harmonic minor. So another way to look at this is when you have 2/5 in minor, 2/5 in F minor, we want to think of F harmonic minor. That's the same as the A flat major scale with that E note added in there. So this would be, generally this would be taught as harmonic minor. And there's a cool interval leap there from the E down to the G. So he's outlining chord tones in the C7. And then he's just kind of, these are more notes from harmonic minor, outlining the F chord, and then we hit the F chord, and he resolves it. Goes to C7. He just does it. This is a notes of the F minor, just F minor. It's kind of outlining a C minor, but so he's focusing on that A flat, the flat third of F. That's a little C minor triad in there, and then hit the flat third on the first beat. So he's playing around that flat third of F. Next measure it goes to C, right? And so he goes F, E. He outlines the C. He does a C flat 9. You could think of it as the diminished up a half step, like I covered in the last video. It's probably, you know, he's thinking, he knows it's a C chord right there, so he's just playing the C flat 9 arpeggio. We had the C, back to F, scale, just a scale run. Now here, the last bar before the turnaround, he sets it up with, so we're headed for, the turnaround starts with a C minor, right? So we're aiming for the E flat, the flat third of C. So we set it up like this, last 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that sets us up, lands us. So it's an approach. We're approaching that E flat. He's going up the C, the G minor arpeggio, just like a few measures earlier. When we were coming into the F, he set it up with a little C minor triad. C minor triad, and then hit the flat 3 of F. So here, same thing. We'll go into a C minor. So he goes up, the 5 of C is G. So he's going up a G, a little G minor triad. So he's thinking of up a 5th, right? On the F, C is up a 5th. So he plays a little C minor triad, and then boom, hits the F. Now we're going to a C minor, so he's thinking of G minor. That's all G minor. And then it's just a chromatic walk from the G, hitting the E flat. Then he does a cliche turnaround line. So we're on the C. We're just like this. On that C to F2/5, pulling a B flat, it's the same lick. Flat third of C. Walking down to the major third of F7. A little flat 9 lick on the F7, which takes us to the flat third of B flat minor. We go up the arpeggio, B flat minor 7 arpeggio. F is the B flat minor. Now here he throws us for a loop instead of following this as a cliche line, which would be like something like that. That'd be a cliche lick. He goes, then he does a quick and outlines the boom. So there's a little approach to the E flat, the 5 of A flat, because we're headed to A flat. Now this is the second part of the turnaround he does. He's doing the turnaround again. So there's the A flat. Now here he goes down A. So the chord is F7. It's a turnaround. A, F7, B flat minor, E flat 7. So he's going A flat. Now he's doing a B minor over the F7. That's the tritone substitution. I haven't gotten there, but tritone sub on F, you know, is B7. So you can play F7 or B7. Those are the tritone subs. And you see that a lot in jazz. So I'll cover that. So he's superimposing, let's say he's superimposing the C minor over the A, which gives you a, so the turnaround could be done 2 ways. A flat, F, B flat. Or, right, if we substitute the 3 for the A flat, we'd get a double 2/5. We'd get C minor, F, B flat. So that's what he's thinking here. He's getting the C minor, B minor is the tritone sub of F7. B flat minor is just the chord. And then here, he does a little trill. That's a little, so he's putting his own spin on it. But it's an A7. So that's the tritone sub of E flat. Whew. A lot of subs there. A lot of tritone subs. So our whole ending from C minor, F7, B flat, is the E flat, A flat, C or C minor 7, F7 with the tritone sub, B flat minor 7, and then A7 over the E flat 7. And quarterly, if you did that quarterly, it would just sound like that kind of thing. Again, so the ending of the song from the F minor quarterly. So that's the same thing Parker played, but as you can do the same substitutions, but as chords. That's about it. So take these licks and, isolate them and then use them over changes, use them over chords, and then try and think of variations of them. But it's a good insight into how Parker thinks and all jazz players think. And these are some really good licks to use. And so, all right, cool. Any questions, let me know. Check out the tab, and thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I'll be back with more crazy licks.